Yeah, 2-1 over there in Madrid today with my tennis. Kudermatova come home for a winner. So clay courts are what I like. So that's why I'm starting to put more plays in tennis. I just think the clay, it's kind of, that wild card, a little bit more predictable, I would say, Tony. The players that are experienced on clay compared to those
You ever
who
played
are
on clay? You ever played on clay?
no.
I played on clay courts in Torrance. There was a lot of clay courts over in the South Bay. Remember the South Bay used to host the what was that women's, what was that, Virginia Slims, right? That was the big
Oh yeah.
back in the out in that area. So yeah, clay court tennis is so much better. It's so much better. So it would have been, if there was more clay courts out there, the tennis would be popular. Because it's so much better on your joints. Really fun to play. A lot more volley. The ball's slower. It's not that speed game, so there's more volleys. A lot more fun there. But anyway, we go to the National League game tonight between the Cubs and Nationals. Cubs favored here on the road. Total sits 8.
I'm going to clip this video and send it to the USTA because we have a tennis problem in this country, Tony, believe it or not. So, anyway, let's get into this one tonight with the Cubs and Washington. Tony, I hope I'm not uh, taking up time on your show and wasting our time. The weather's pretty bleak, but the schedule's pretty light. So, I had to pick a game, had premiums that I'm working on, and free plays I'm giving out. This is what I'm left with. This is my play, no doubt, but the rain is a major factor in this one. Showing it is going to be raining certainly in Washington tonight. Temperatures will start off in the mid to low 50s and could dip below 50 by the end of the game. It might be a struggle to get this one in. We saw Washington miss a game already this past weekend in that series with the Bucks, and they back on Friday, I believe it was, and they came back and lost a game 16-1 on Saturday, part of a doubleheader. Washington did beat Pittsburgh 7-2 on Sunday, 7 runs in the first three frames, and picked up their 10th win of the season. For me today, Tony, in this one, as they open a 4-game set, will be the pitching matchup with Drew Smiley and Mackenzie Gore, a couple of left-handers here who've been excellent so far this season. Smiley, maybe people are characterizing him a little bit as a guy who is taking to that Wrigley Field mound. He's not a guy that is going to whip a lot of guys. Does play to contact. It's working out pretty good so far for Smiley after a bad start. He's lower ERA of 1.54 in his last three starts, but an xFIP of 4.29. Tony points that out quite frequently. Your expected fielding independent, meaning he's given up contact. His BABIP is a little bit high, so a little bit of luck so far. Maybe I'll just call it crafty. I mean, Smiley is proven here, the 30-year-old, to be a pitcher who is able to work around some situations now and then, particularly at home so far. That's where he's looked really good. Hitters are batting just 198 against Smiley so far. Lost to the Padres in his last start, but there was a bullpen and their 4 ERA that kind of gave it up in that one. So Cubs, after that hot streak, if you will, has kind of propelled them to this good record so far, or a 500 record, but only because of their recent slump. They got off to a better start. They've lost 7 of their last 10 games and 4 of their last 5. They were swept out by the Marlins on Sunday. They went just one for 7 with runners in scoring position and left 8 men stranded. Now, the Cubs are pretty good hitting against left-handed pitching, but in Mackenzie Gore, who, well, quite frankly, Tony, he was the key part of the trade for Juan Soto, and well, he's outperformed Soto so far. I can promise you that. I think Padre fans would still take the trade, but Gore was a guy that really was the going to be the guy for the Padres eventually through their ranks as he moved up. Never quite made it to solid status with the team. Maybe his arrival actually is on time compared to other pitchers, but maybe a little late compared to how long the Padres had him, developed him, and tried to get him to the major leagues. It just didn't work out. So Gore's 3-1 with a 3 ERA last start against the Mets. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 10 strikeouts. His K rate excellent, Tony. 30% over 30%. He induces ground balls. Definitely in the top 15% of pitchers in key metrics, maybe even the top 10% in left-handers in their key metrics. His curve, very, very solid. That's been the key in his final development here to the major leagues, is a much improved curveball that comes in with a little velocity as well. So Gore might be the reason why, well, he is the reason why I'm going to be on Washington in this game. The Cubs have only been favorites of, it says $1.29 there. I think most of the square shops will have it $1.30 or more. We're working off of a pretty solid book here on the graphics, but really for the Cubs, this is only the fourth time they've really been a favorite of this high so far this season. You think of the Cubs, you think they maybe favored a little more, but not necessarily yet has that been the case. So I think it's a tough spot for the Cubs, actually, considering the way they're playing right now. Now, Washington, they've got to get the bats together, certainly. It hasn't been terrific for them so far with a 10-17 record, but especially with the going up against Smiley here, the Washington can have some woes against left-handers as well. But I'm going to take this lineup today, plus a run and a half at minus 140. Basically backed on Mackenzie Gore is going to be able to get him through at home. I do think, weather permitting, Tony, that's definitely an issue in this game. But I'm going to take the Nationals plus the run and a half at minus $1.40 today.
All right, Ramon here on the Nationals. Get the run and a half at home here against the Cubs. Yeah, both pitchers pitch well. Of course, the sweat here will be how these teams are hitting left-handers, right? Cubs are hitting lefties pretty well. So are the Nationals, though. They've been hitting the left-handers. I did give the edge a bit here to this bullpen here for the Cubs, but not very much, though. Nationals bullpens have had their struggles, but not as bad as last season, though.
Yeah, Cubs right now, bullpen ERA of 4. That's kind of middle of the road so far. They picked up just 3 saves so far this season. They've been okay, but like I said, they did cost them the game last time that Smiley was pitching against San Diego. So just less trustworthy of the Cubs on the road. So yeah, I think this lineup tonight can be okay, especially at the top of the lineup with Colin Garcia for Washington. Meneses has been hot and cold, but Candelario made some good contact yesterday, had a pretty good game as Washington jumped on top of the Bucks yesterday for that 7-2 win. So I don't have the Cubs really overwhelming at this point, and Nationals, maybe this is where they belong as far as their standing, sitting in last place. But again, a lot for me is based on this man, Mackenzie Gore, who to me looks like he has finally reached that major league potential. I believe that, sure, this is probably a pretty darn good start. I mean, he's 3-1 with a 3 ERA for the Nationals. So I do believe this pitcher will continue to get better. Whether or not he can replicate these numbers all season with this team, maybe that's not the case. But when you see the metrics as solid as they are, Tony, you like to point it out all the time on your show. His K rate, this is excellent, man. 31.5%. 50% ground ball. This is what Tony talks about. This is among the best in the league right now. Whether or not it's sustainable, that's to be seen. But this is the pitcher we were expecting here, in San Diego. I say here in San Diego. I'm a San Diegan lifelong, even if I'm here in Las Vegas. But that's what the Padres were expecting to get. And credit to Gore, in his development. Did take a little bit longer, but right now, not a fluke as far as what was expected of this man's career when he got here. And, whether or not he can sustain it this well, that may be yet to be seen. But I think we are going to see a top-notch left-handed pitcher moving forward for several years. This is where his career path has taken him, and he'll be a solid starter in the league for many.
I know Padres fans are thinking, why couldn't you send Snell?
Yeah, obviously, different points in their career. Certainly, have to give up a piece to get a piece. And like I said, Gore was a guy that all Padres fans were watching his development in the minor leagues, and it just took too long for him to finally get there to the major leagues. And the Padres are going to make a move, in that big blockbuster deal. Hey, Washington looks like they got themselves a real starting pitcher, and that's what this franchise needs moving forward, especially with their guys sideline. Certainly, never know if we'll see my man Steven Strasburg. He'll be on that mound again. Believe me, eventually with his determination. But whether or not he could ever be the man, I'm not so sure.
All right, Ramon here. Nationals take the 1.5 minus 140 against the Cubs. This one to have a start time here, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Ramon. Let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for today's action. Look at the numbers here: 6,860 units of profit. Document over at Tony'sPicks.com. Top handicapper in the industry. Not just the Tony's Picks industry, because you're not going to find a multi-capper site that documents cappers legitimately using a 100-unit wager with these type of numbers. You're just not going to see it anywhere. Right now, Ramon, top industry leading handicapper 2023 right now. He's at Tony'sPicks.com. Around the universe, you won't find better numbers. All right, Ramon, today we got NBA 2 on the board. NHL Game 7. Still 7 on the board here from Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
Gosh, do I need to say more, Tony? Thank you so much to be on your channel as you approach another milestone with viewers, and for you to say those kind words. That's what I was looking for when I joined Tony's Picks. Put solid numbers up and get accolades from Tony T. So thank you very much, sir. Yeah, we're in the playoffs tonight, and that's where I'm going with it. 3-pack in the playoffs, 2 games in the NBA, 1 in the NHL. Pick it up. It's a 3-pack for just $30. See what Tony's talking about. It's not hype. I go in there and pick these plays every day. Handicapping here with a bunch of computers, a bunch of monitors, a bunch of notes, a little bit old school, a little bit new school, and here I am. And I got that 3-pack for $30 right there. It's my featured play in the major leagues, or in the professional sports today. The NBA playoffs tonight, getting ready for that game 1. A little bit tough luck for the Sixers in the injury department. We'll see what happens. Also, Phoenix and Denver in that game 2 tonight. And yes, game 7. Rangers, Devils. We saw the excitement yesterday. NHL knows how to put up a great product, excitement, and that's what you'll get tonight with the Rangers and the Devils. Pick up my 3 plays tonight, $30 over at Tony'sPicks.com. See what the hype is about. I'll also come at you with it might be a 1 play, it might be 3 plays. Tony, I've seen these lineups start to come out, so I'm interested in some of these baseball games. But again, I see the weather too here. And look at this one. Bendy was talking about it. Yeah, we went on the show. We're team steam a little bit on the Braves run line with Mindy. I gave out the over, and this is a doubleheader. So just mention it. I gave out the over in game 2 as well, and Mindy's on the Braves in game 2. So a little bit of a tease there in game 2. Just throw that out there since this is a doubleheader today with Atlanta and the Mets trying to make up for lost time over the weekend. Talk about that weather. So at least they're a little bit north of the Washington game tonight. They've stayed dry, so maybe we can get this set in here that I had mentioned. So pick up those other packages, 7-day, 3-day, 30-day. I'm seeing a lot of activity with the subscribers picking up these long-term packages. That's better when you're with me because I'm dealing in a lot of different sports. I'm dealing in heavier volume. It's not effective really to get as many of these packages. Yeah, you'll get a sample of it. You get the write-ups. That's the key. So I think what happens, people go in there and see that taking time to put in a little bit of a preview as to why I think certain things will happen. Sometimes the write-up is right on, Tony, and the result isn't there. That's always a bummer for handicappers. We know that, but always try to give about 4 paragraphs or so on why I have a particular side in the game with a little bit of breakdown. So not only do you get the picks, but you get a little bit of information moving forward. You will learn a little bit of handicapping tendencies when you follow my picks. You'll also keep up to date on the teams because really handicapping a lot of times is about the news cycle as well and being ready for winning streaks and losing streaks and whatnot. So consider picking up these 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, even the yearly pass. We'll have a lot of fun together, a lot of picks. You're able to deal in some high volume and get on a real winning streak. That's what I specialize in. Sometimes it's just at a little run here where I'm barely treading water above 500, and then boom, we hit you with a big winning streak, and there we are going up to the next milestone, and that's where we're heading. Got to get to Mister 7,000, Tony. Why not? I spent half the weekend up there, and then, well, you saw some of these bullpens. What happened with the teams? But we'll straighten it out in Major League Baseball. We're only in April. We're in May. Whatever. We're May 1st. So just 1 month into the season, and it'll be a great summer of action. Hang out with me there. You also have a baseball package. You just want the baseball, a little bit less expensive than the other sports. We know we're just down to the playoffs. We only got a couple games a day to talk about in the professional in the team sport with basketball and baseball, basketball and hockey. So we wrapping up those before you know it. We'll be in for a good 2 or 3 months of baseball action, waiting for football to get here. So hop on board with these long-term packages with me over at Tony's Picks.
That's right, guys. Got Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. We put the numbers up here for 2023. 6,860 units of profit. All document over at Tony's Picks. And, of course, Ramon for today's action in there with his 3-pack today, mixing his NBA and NHL up there on a 3-pack. So get on board. Instead of buying the plays individually, as Ramon was talking about, you go longer term. We have a 3, 7, or 30-day pass, and the way Ramon's running, you may consider that 1 month all sports pass. Get all Ramon's premium plays here for 30 days. That would include all his NBA playoffs. That's all the NHL playoffs. That will get you through the third round of the postseason with those playoffs, with those passes right to the championships. End of early, just the start of June there with that 1 month pass. All his baseball for 30 days. Don't forget Ramon with those peripheral sports. He's also looking at tennis. We're heating up now, so we're getting the majors coming up here in the tennis. So that's also part of the 30-day pass, as well as UFC. When there's a UFC card, Ramon will have plays for you as well. And, of course, also may delve into Bellator. So there you go. Maybe some soccer, European soccer, maybe some MLS, maybe some MX. You don't know what you're going to get from Ramon sometimes because he knows he comes from a border town, so he knows his border. He knows his sports south of the border too. So there's a lot of action you may get from Ramon here with that 1 month pass. You'll save $66 when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cabbers tab and you'll land right on his page. Go ahead and get signed up. All right, Ramon, there's more content from you over on your Twitter account we put together for you for Tony's Picks. Tony's Picks Ramon. Ramon, a Twitter account for Ramon here for the site. He has control of it, so he controls whatever goes up there. It's all going to be related to his handicapping, not only his picks, what he's offering. So check him out there. More content from you on the morning steam. Another show in the archive for today, covering all pro sports, and of course more. Of course, you're also in the Discord.
Yeah, I'm on the Twitter machine at Tony's Picks Ramon. I'll pick out a good game tonight and kind of tease that playoff package. Maybe I'll find another play in Major League Baseball if I can. Running out of plays here, and I haven't even got to the premium yet, but we'll find another something for you there at Tony's Picks Ramon. Send out another free play and, kind of tease those packages. Certainly, you can follow me there at Tony's Picks Ramon. Also, I have embedded plays up on the site. They're both in Major League Baseball today. Follow my sponsor pick. We got a pick for you today in one of the late games, and also that the sponsor plays in the Padre game tonight. So look that one up here on the website at tonyspicks.com is the only place where you'll find those in the sponsor pick and also the leaderboard pick where I talk about how great our handicappers are doing. Our leaderboard pick today, that play comes to you in the game between the Giants and the Astros. So more free picks from Ramon Scott here at Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Check it out there. You see the video right there. Making money for that lady right there every day, putting money in your pocket with the free plays, and you get on board with my premium pick selections as well. That's what you should be doing. Put all of our packages together. Mindy and I and the Morning Steam team had a pretty good weekend. Sunday was a bummer, but Friday and Saturday pretty solid. We're taking our day off tomorrow. No Morning Steam on Tuesday, back on Wednesday, 8 o'clock Central, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, with more morning steam. Mindy and I will bring you all the action for Wednesday. A little bit something we're doing, Tony, to help subscribers to the morning steam, give them a little something extra since the information that we give out is free, but we know we still have subscribers to the package. So Mindy and I are trying to get together, and for those subscribers, give them a little something extra on those Tuesdays. Mindy and I getting together, at least sharing our plays, so we can give the subscribers something on that dark day. So makes it a little bit more beneficial when you subscribe to the packages, because certainly, really, we just are rehashing our plays from the morning steam and selling them out there. People who are busy, can't watch the show, or have no interest in the show, just want the winners of Team Steam, which is actually Mindy and I in our chat. But Mindy and I get together now in the late Monday, early Tuesday, and get a package together for those subscribers so they don't miss out on Mindy and I's consensus picks. We're using our consensus picks over for part of the package now on Tuesdays. So even though there's no morning steam, if you do subscribe to the Team Steam package, you will get plays on Tuesday. So it gives us a little bit of an opportunity to give a little bit of an exclusive feature to those packages, which were really just basically free picks from the show. So that's what you're getting a little bit more when you subscribe to the Morning Steam over at Tony'sPicks.com. So lots of things going on here. We got more things in store for our viewers, for our chat in the Discord. More things going on here at Tony's Picks. You're going to be surprised by the time where our site is. Probably come football season, we'll have more fun for you, more things to, keep you informed in the world of sports betting and help you win here with Tony'sPicks.com.
Absolutely, guys. So check out Ramon here over on the sponsored video pick. You just click that premium pips tab right there, and you'll find the Ramon's handicapper pick up here and then of course you'll find the sponsored pick here over on the homepage. When you go to Tony'sPicks.com, you just scroll by the pick ticker and you'll be able to find that as well. So more content here on these embedded videos here from Ramon over on the site. So go ahead and check it out over at Tony'sPicks.com. You'll find more content there right here for the sponsored video pick there as well near the pick ticker. So go ahead and get signed up. And remember, it's Ramon. It's Tony's Picks Ramon to get the account there, to get Ramon's Twitter account. Make sure you subscribe to that as well. And don't forget, you'll find him over on the Discord as well. All right, Ramon, as always, we're having the show. Reminder, on Tuesdays, Ramon's rundown, since there's no morning scene, we'll have a rundown of Ramon, a pick from every program on the board. So tune in Tuesday, 15 baseball. We've got NBA, some NHL, round 2 series beginning. So make sure the Tuesdays you tune in for Ramon's rundown here. We'll run down every game in a rapid fashion here. Since there's no morning steam, Ramon wanted to, we'll get his content out for him. So we'll let him do it here on Game Day Picks. All right, Ramon, as always, we're having a show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Thank you, Tony. We'll see you then.
You got it, Ramon.